supplements have been used by gym goers for decades, but which ones are actually any good and which ones are just marketing scams to steal your money? Well, here are the top 5 supplements you have to be using in order to maximize your gains. Number 1, whey protein powder. Yes, I know you saw this one coming, but there is a reason for it. All everyone bangs on about is get enough protein in your diet, but there are still so many people who generally struggle with it. But in just 2 scoops of the protein powder, you get 44 grams of protein for 230 calories, and it tastes just like a big old milkshake, and you get to pick whichever flavour you want, like Willy Wonka. Like, I'm talking cinnamon swirl, you get chocolate peanut butter, lotus biscoff, literally any snacks or desserts that you're craving, you can have completely guilt-free. Super easy, and it's pretty cheap in the long run. And also for you lactose-free people, aka pussies, there's also ones available for you, so go nuts. Number 2. Creatine monohydrate. So when I first started using creatine, my mum thought it was the beginning of the end and I was shifting more gear than Pablo Escobar. Woo! Creatine is actually the most researched supplement on the market at the moment, and in my opinion, should be used by anyone ever on the planet. You get the physical benefits of increased strength and power. This is due to the increased availability of phosphocreatine during exercise, but also improving the amount of muscle mass you get through muscular hypertrophy. Being able to lift more weight over a long period of time will then allow you to be able to get bigger muscles over the course of that period. And lastly, it also improves cell hydration, which for the uneducated and bullshitters out there will say it makes you bloated, makes you puffy, makes you fat. It just doesn't. If anything, it makes your muscles just look bigger than they actually are. But what this can do is actually increase protein synthesis at the same time. But the reason I think that everybody on the planet should be having it is because it can actually improve cognitive performance. Now, is it going to turn you into Einstein? Most likely not. But will it make you that little bit sharper to help out situations in school, work, your missus getting on your back? Pretty much everything. And for the people out there who think creatine makes you no longer natural, that it's just straight cap, it's actually found naturally in red meat. However, you'd have to eat about a kilogram of raw red meat to get 5 grams, which is the recommended amount of creatine every single day. And I'll be honest with you, I don't think anybody's eating a kilogram of red meat unless you're Liver King, and that guy's going to die in like the next 5 years. Number 3, magnesium glycinate. Now, this for me is the GOAT of all the supplements. I'm talking MSN Messi, Chicago Bulls Michael Jordan, Test cricket Joe Root. Essentially, this is one of the most important minerals that most people on the planet are actually deficient in. Now, one of the reasons I'm having such a wet dream over magnesium glycinate is not only because it's so beneficial for people to go to the gym, but this is again one of those supplements I think that everybody on the planet should be having. Physically, it can improve muscle function, so contractions are actually smoother, and it will reduce the effect and amount of cramps you actually have. For me, whenever I used to train hamstrings, I always used to get cramp in my hamstrings. Ever since I started supplementing magnesium glycinate, that completely went. Magnesium is also used to produce ATP, which is adenosine triphosphate. Now, this is used as an energy source for a lot of your body's primary functions, which most importantly for us includes protein synthesis, which essentially means that the protein you're actually using is being used to develop your muscles, which gets us fucking wham. And my favorite one, you get better sleep. Not only is improving the sleep quality beneficial for your muscle recovery, so that way we can make even more gains, but just laying there staring at the ceiling for 2 hours at a time is absolute dog shit. Since having this, I haven't had a minimum of 8 out of 10 sleep. It's been perfect. Also, really important, make sure it is magnesium glycinate and not citrate or any of the other forms, because you will shit yourself repeatedly. Number 4, the multivitamin. Now, this one effectively is a safety net. Having a healthy diet isn't just eating enough protein and counting your calories. It's making sure you get all of the correct vitamins and minerals so you actually feel and function like a normal human being. And in particular, if you live in a dark and bleak country like England, like I do, then it's almost certain you're deficient in vitamin D. Well, unless you're Bonnie Blue. And also, if you're on a cut, it is almost likely you're going to be eating generally less food. Less food means generally less vitamins. Now, should you be eating all your veg as normal anyway? Yes. But is that going to happen for most people? No. Let's just be realistic. So popping one of these will make sure that you don't wake up one day with scurvy or some random banter like that. Now, number 5, caffeine, pre-workout, whatever you want to call it. Now, this is loved and feared by millions, but for our transatlantic cousins, it's part of their daily ritual. And they're actually pretty correct. Not only does caffeine improve your perceived energy levels, it also can improve your mood, focus, concentration, memory, and even reaction time. But in particular for gym, I smashed down one of these before leg day. Yes, you've read that right. It is Southern Comfort Whiskey Sours. I don't know why I bought this. I hate whiskey. I hate anything sour. It was just kind of the cheapest one on there, I'll be honest with you. Now, the reason I only do it on leg days is because everyone knows leg day is by far the hardest day. So that is the day I need the most focus, need the most concentration. I just need the extra lift to be able to make sure I have a really good session. But also, I don't use it for the other sessions because it's super easy to become dependent on it. And you know, when you get people saying, I need a coffee, I need an energy drink, and now the only way to get yourself out of this stage is actually just avoid drinking any caffeine completely. And that can leave you to just feel completely shit for a long while, which nobody really wants to have. But this way, whenever I do have caffeine, do a pre-workout, it has so much more of an impact on me that it's actually sustainable for me to go forward. So there are your top 5 supplements must have. Let me know in the comments below if there's anything that you have that has been a real game changer for you. And also thank you for watching, and thank you everyone subscribed. We hit 20 subscribers now. The next goal is going to be 25, so I'll catch you in the next one.